I dream to dance with the tide. I am fulfilling someday. Let this be the epilogue to my life. When somebody accepts a job somewhere or accepts some opportunity, it's not that they really want to be enslaved or caught into a sexual exploitation. She wanted better money. Yes, everybody wants better option in life, better opportunity in life, but nobody wants to be sold.
When we talk about human trafficking, it is a global problem. It is not a problem of one country, one nation, one state, but all communities across the globe. India tops the list with 14 million victims of human trafficking.
Hi, I'm Hasina. I'm from Shillong, Meghalaya, a founder of Impulse NGO Network, a non-profit organization. We are rolling 26 years now in existence.
Because they are a dedicated organization that works fully on anti-human trafficking, and they work majorly with women and children in Northeast India, Nepal, Bangladesh and Myanmar.
So when we were dealing these cases, the challenges that we went through, that as an organization, it was not possible that, from rescue operation to rehabilitation, to reintegration, getting the case forward was not possible to be done single-handedly as an institution.
One enterprise cannot be a master of everything. We want one startup to do from A to Z. We never talk about collective leadership. There has to be an engagement of various skill sets and minds that enable a solution. And I think that is a success of where the Impulse model is.
The Impulse model stands on 12 pillars. These are the support system or the anchoring platform of processes. The 6 P's are partnership, prevention, protection, policing, press and prosecution.
If we have to end human trafficking in the long run, the prevention has to be much more higher so that one day we don't have girls who are going to be trafficked.
There would be more than 80 to 90,000 of cases from across the 8 states of the northeast of India that we've been working. And that is amazingly really, really high in terms of the people coming from this region.
Our learning lesson in the Northeast, we decided to actually tap 30,000 women livelihood initiative under an economic platform, because we realized that the migration that was happening from the region has happened because of the drop of employment and also the fact that traditional skill has no more market. So we came up with an initiative where we talk about a hybrid model called the Impulse Social Enterprises.
Our main focus is supporting traditional skill, which is eco-friendly, which is sustainable.
Impulse Social Enterprise, we empower women by helping them become independent entrepreneurs. So we don't call them weavers or workers. Each one of them are entrepreneurs in their own right.
शुरू से जो हमने कभी दूसरों के लिए कपड़ा नहीं बनाया, खुद के लिए बनाया था। अभी इम्पल्स के साथ जब जुड़ा हुआ हूँ तभी से लिए आज तक हम पैसा कमाना मिलता है।
We encourage women traditional skill to be protected, yet enhancing value addition, bringing in market access, but also having a storytelling of the tribes from where they come from, and supporting women's economic development so that they have a choice not to migrate unsafely. But along with it, it's also the fact that there has to be a holistic participation where the ecosystem of food security, agriculture go hand in hand, and they are weaving from their own home. So that's a very important component when we're looking at development, economics, and women's rights.
Northeast, weaving is done through backstrap looms.
Okay.
Then the line loom, they have different kind of looms
I see.
that are traditionally, being practiced over the years. So based on tribes, we select also the kind of weaving that would be provided, and design are also entailed according to that kind of weaving. So we identify in such a way that it's not disturbing their looms, it's not disturbing the traditional pattern, but it adds value and it adds design input so that we can commercialize the market element.
So if I have to say this, that Skill India mission today is reinventing so much of things in the region, when a lot of our artisans themselves said they don't really need to be trained how to weave. They know how to weave. They need other things, to upscale their market. We centralize raw material distribution. We centralize market access. We centralize production of products where designer comes on board.
And that's how we came up with Impulse Social Enterprises and the brand Empower that provides a market platform. And we also join hand with Amazon Saheli to give a single window platform in marketing the product.
I'd like to present our designer for the year, Mr. Manbhar Raji, and Rupert Rindra, RWL Designs. Thank you for promoting our brand. Thank you.
तो ये फैशन शो का जो सब कपड़ा जो बनाया है ना, वो सब, हाँ वो सब, वो वाइट वाला सा, तो वाइट वाला जो ये प्रिंट था ना, वो भी, हाँ. You're not buying because you feel sorry for the women. You buy it because it's a beautiful product. Every product is hand-woven by an individual, which is very personal.
The learning lesson that if we have to look at prevention from the larger ambit of addressing human trafficking, as we all globally call it trafficking in person, it is very important that we look at going beyond just weaving markets, but looking at an end-to-end resilience market, but at the same time looking at how we can co-create. The co-creation model evolved during the lockdown last year when Impulse Model Prevention was looking for a larger solution, when we have seen the inbound migration that took place in the region of the Northeast and also our neighboring countries.
If we're looking at the co-creation between Rural Futures and Impulse Model Prevention, it's basically bringing larger change. If we don't create, economic livelihood, then, the rights will only be addressed after they're being exploited. So here we're looking at preventing before exploitation, and the co-creation is going to bring value because the Eastern Himalayan has richness of agriculture, richness of environment, richness of indigenous population.
A healthy environment ensures that you have healthy economics for your life to function, for your community to function, and then that prevents the ills of people having to migrate. So what we have proposed and we're piloting on the ground since the last 4 years is a Rural Futures model of the Bandipora Foundation. And through this model, we believe that we are building economic mobility by engaging communities, indigenous communities and youth in the process of rewilding and restoring habitats, which are part of the protected area landscapes.
Environmental degradation that has led to climate crisis actually leads to many challenges within indigenous communities. So many of our communities in the Eastern Himalayan region live on the front lines of climate challenges.
Brahmaputra Valley, rural women have been the silent victims of natural disasters like annual floods, which has caused hundreds of them to migrate, many of them ending up getting trafficked. These days, a social enterprise initiative is empowering about 5,000 rural women using their traditional skill of weaving. NDTV's Urmi Bhattacharjee reports.
I recently traveled to one of the villages near Kaziranga National Park in Assam. Although floods come as a blessing in disguise for the national park and its animal, but the people residing in the nearby area have to pay a huge price every year.
Response to human trafficking is just not about rescue, but it's also about how the environment is protected and how the environment can actually provide income generating activities or ensuring that the response cannot be short term, but rather more of a long-term process.
We believe that by restoring the environment, you regenerate people's livelihoods. And if regenerating people's livelihoods is going to allow them to have aspirations in the areas where they live, that will by default prevent unsafe migration.
जोंखौ सिखायनाया बिमा बिफानिफ्राय सोलोंना लादो आरो आइ आफायानो सिखायदो दानाय लुनाय जोंखौ आरो जों आगर आखाइ बहुत हायोमोन
Lucina Doru to Lubinanko Bobo, design Kairagde.
To ইচ্ছা আছে না এগুলা কৰিবলৈ কাৰণে আহিছো আৰু শিকি যাম ট্ৰেইনিংটো লৈ যাম এনেকা
At times, the dreams you see aren't yours alone. 1,000 eyes weave them together. When their hopes, their smiles, become the reason for your existence, then it's essential to strive for their identity more than yours. Impulse Social Enterprises. Come, let's empower one and all, so that they too could raise their heads in pride.